The wait is finally over. I've been trying out Veto's new lineup called the EVO, which a lot of you guys have been patiently waiting for, which I greatly appreciated. I didn't drop this video right away because I wanted some time to actually try out the EVO system to give it a fair shot to see how this can be used in all aspects. And as you guys know, the spring promotion is still going for Veto, especially in the United States and Canada, I believe until June 15th. So Veto has been swamped. So along with the slow shipping and dropping the EVO, it's been a little slow, but it's finally here. So let's get right into the review. Today I'm going to be showcasing the TP-XXL EVO along with some accessories that I purchased as well. We've got the MBL, the MBS, the DH, the drill holster, and the MP1, which this comes in a lot of different sizes, but the MP1 seemed to fit my style because, again, I really want to actually use these tools, especially as an HVAC technician. And a bigger question, is this actually worth the cost? As you guys know, I really love the TP series. I think that they're great service bags, but this video isn't really about the TP-XXL per se. It's about the EVO system itself. To be honest with you, when I first heard about EVO being launched, I wasn't that impressed. I was like, it's kind of a funky looking design. You know, is this actually going to be sturdy? Is it really practical at all? My rule of thumb in life is that I try to have more than one perspective on everything. But the main reason that I wasn't very hyped about this, with some of Veto's bags, they already had a series where it could be customizable, and I thought that that was a fantastic idea, and I've been using them for a while. As you can see, it's, you know, starting to rip up, but it's still holding up pretty well over time. But the main question I think a lot of you guys have is this compatible with the new EVO system? And the first thing I did was try to hook it onto here, and it's not. And that part really bugged me at first. But there's actually a way to still utilize these pouches if you still have them. As an example, this pouch came with the SC45 here, and although the SC45 isn't magnetic, it still has this clip here, which you can use on the tape clip holders, which I've done on multiple other Veto bags. But in this case, it does clip onto here. So if you have that on here, you can have your meter in here. Now, it does have a little bit of a wobble, but honestly, it's still pretty sturdy. At least that'll save you some money because I'm not going to lie, the EVO system is a bit expensive. But the other cool thing is that you don't have to rely on the SC45 to utilize this. If you do have one of these meter pouches here, it actually slides into here just fine, and it's really natural and actually looks like it was built for it. So in my opinion, it's still doable to integrate the old style with the new style. And make sure you guys hang around to see what I put into these, because you'll be surprised how much I can fit in here and how creative I got. I also bought a lot of Knipex and Klein tools, so you guys are going to see new tools I'm going to be loading out into this. And I also took the time to experiment with different ways to carry this bag, which I'll be getting to later in the video, with a shoulder strap, backpack straps, and a sling strap. And I'll show you guys which one has been my favorite. So since the EVO system is more customizable, obviously we got to think about how it builds out. And obviously in this case, it's going to build out wider. So we want to know, like, is this really practical? Is it going to fit in the van okay? Can you climb ladders? Starting off with the specific specs of this bag, the TP-XXL is 15 inches tall and about 11.5 inches wide and 9 inches deep. And of course, the build quality is still there from Veto. And actually, I'll show you guys a quick clip of how I carry this in my van. And these really sturdy rings here, that's part of the new EVO system, actually have a carabiner that latches onto here and holds my bag. And all week it hasn't been rolling around the van or anything like that. So I actually like these. And looks wise, in my opinion, it looks way better in person than it did online. I actually wasn't too impressed with the look on it. But like I said, I'm actually pretty happy with it. But the only thing that I wish that it had was different color options. Like the TP-XXL, it has the infrared, which you guys know I really like, the blackout edition, and so many others. I just wish that they had different colors on here. I understand that they need to, you know, stick with a certain theme for each series, but hopefully it will come out in the near future. So with the TP-XXL, you have two docking stations on each side. Feeling them, they feel really sturdy. I can bend them slightly, so I'm definitely curious to see if it's going to pass the, you know, falling off the roof test, which I've done with the other bags on accident, and see how they hold up over time. Because my only question is, will these crack? Will they bend over time? How well do they do in the heat? All that is going to take time to see the quality on that. But knowing Veto, I'm pretty hopeful that it'll hold up over time. And of course, with the other customizable aspect on this tool bag is you still have the V-swap panels. You have the main panel here that you can swap out, and of course the front panel here, which swaps out as well. Now the aspect I love about having all these EVO options here is that, as you guys know, as an HVAC technician, I like to have a bag for the heating season and a bag for the cooling season. But the reason I wanted to buy the new EVO system is, what if I can just have one bag? You know, this main compartment here is going to have all my daily carry tools I'll need all year round. If I'm working on a heating system or a cooling system, I can grab particular pouches. As you guys are going to see in the video, I also like to use different type of drills depending on the unit that I'm working on. I've been really loving swapping out the drills depending on what the service call I get. Now let's get into the accessories of this bag. But what really makes this loadout expensive is having all the accessories, so we got to know if these are worth the purchase or not. So the first meter bag that I bought was the MBS, which is about 10.5 inches tall, 5.5 inches wide, and it's about 3 inches deep. I was pretty surprised how much it could hold in here. And of course, what I really like about these is that it has a kickstand, but keep in mind, as you guys can see at the background here, is that it's very magnetic. You have a magnetic point here and here, so it's not going to flop around in the wind. It's actually pretty sturdy. And of course, you have a handle on all these as well, pull it off. And of course, you can use the handle to also pull it out of the EVO system as well. And with all the meter pouches, they also have this deep pocket here, which you guys saw. You can fit more accessories, especially like the older style system, and it fits in there really nicely and snug. And to show you guys what I put in here, since it's my AC season, I like to use my Fieldpiece. I have the Fieldpiece HS33. What I also really like in here is that it also has smaller straps, so it really holds the Fieldpiece meter in there. So if you drop it or tilt it, it's not going to fall out of the bag. It's going to stay safe in there. And of course, you have another pouch here for your leads. You have smaller pouches in here. You can fit some more accessories in there. And I was able to manage to squeeze in this clamp as well. Now, honestly, my favorite accessory here for me personally is the MBL. This thing is obviously huge. Probably not very practical to use as a kickstand. It'd be really wobbly and fall down. I actually did not use this to have a meter in here. I think this meter bag would be really good if you guys like to use fluke, kind of like the longer meters with the clamp extensions on there. But in my case, I actually use this as a drill holster or a drill pouch, whatever you want to call it, for my Milwaukee M12 right angle drill. As you guys like to know, I love to use this during the summertime because a lot of condenser units outside are installed way too close to the house, and I hate running out to the van or digging around for my right angle extension bit. And this drill has been my all-time favorite drill the past couple of years for working on air conditioners. And it fits in there perfectly, even with the battery attached to it. And of course, you still have the same pouches, just like the S version. I'll show you guys how this looks on the side here. It's clipped in. It's pretty big, but with this bag, it looks normal, because when I saw these accessories, it definitely made some of them look awkward. If I don't want to use this impact driver, want to use my other one, it's as simple as taking this out, put it on my van, getting my other one here, my actual drill holster, and it clips in just like that. You can still use it as a kickstand if you want to. There's a couple smaller pouches on this side, and then one slightly bigger pouch on this side. They're pretty tight, so I think you would mainly just use them for drill bits. As usual, you still have the handle. This one is actually made out of rubber. I'm actually not sure why. And then also got the MB1, and the MB1 is actually surprisingly bigger than I thought it would be in person. Keep in mind, with these EVO systems, you can still use this as a belt clip as well. So I think this is really good, especially when I'm doing electrical work. I need some quick hand tools without getting down on the ground and opening my bag, grabbing a screwdriver or whatnot. So I can see this being a really good use for that. And with the magnetic system, kind of like the older style, it fits in here really well. Put it back on your bag so that it doesn't have to lay on the ground. You're good to go. Or if you have a meter pouch there already, this, of course, does fit into the sleeve as well. So again, as I kind of hinted at earlier, you can build wider. And again, I think a lot of these accessories are really practical, not just for HVAC, but also for maintenance or handyman work, which I used to be a maintenance guy. And as you guys know, each work order is going to be completely different. How you carry this bag is going to really matter. So that's why I wanted to take the time to test this bag with a shoulder strap, kind of like what all the TP-XXLs have. Which, to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of the shoulder strap system because I feel like it kind of makes me lopsided over time. But this option here has the backpack straps, kind of like the MB5, which I showed you guys in a different video. And it has the rings here so that you can have the backpack straps and the sling strap, which I think is really practical depending on how you want to carry this bag, and just really amplifies how customizable this bag really is. And it has all the padding here as well. My favorite way to carry it is probably the backpack, and that's been really comfortable for me. But I still got to give it credit though, because there's a couple ways you can take it off. One, you can just lift it over your shoulder and take it off. Otherwise, you do have this clip here, which I really love this system. It's actually what I have on my tool belt right now. Super easy, super quick to take on and off. But again, for speed wise, I think the backpack straps just fit me more personally. I'm gonna show you guys how to attach the backpack strap. So it's pretty much almost the exact same as the MB5. Let's get it deep enough, you just pull up, and it's nice and secure. And then the bottom part, you're gonna hook it up to the ring. And then doing the same thing for the other side. These straps are heavily padded, so they're actually very comfortable. And if you're going up a ladder, you also have this clip option to be even more secure with the bag. Now, I don't have the SP bag with me, but my coworkers have them. I have tried out the EVO system on that particular bag. Keep in mind, it's a pretty small bag. I'll pop it up right here. Does the new EVO system work on that bag? Short answer, kinda. Essentially, it does fit okay on the sides, but it kind of depends on what pouch you use. Taking the MBL, for example, if you put it on that bag, it's going to tilt up the bag quite a bit, and it's going to be super awkward. I'll probably just stick with the MP1 or the drill holster if you plan on using the new EVO system with that bag. Without any further ado, I'm going to show you guys how I have been rocking this bag. So the main question, is the EVO system worth it for your trade? Honestly, I can see how this is worth it for almost any trade, especially as service technicians. I think what it comes down to is how you like to carry your bag. And I think that this isn't just for advanced technicians that really want to fine tune their bag. I think that this is also good for newer technicians that want that flexibility of customizing their bag. You're not stuck with one bag, you're stuck with a bag that is very versatile, and you have the option to change a lot of things on it. But the only con of it is that it's not cheap. But I'm really curious as to what your guys' thoughts are about the EVO system. Were you like me and really skeptical at first? Have you tried it at all? Do you like it now? Or are you still going to hold off and wait? Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And as usual, I'll see you guys on the next call.